Yo yo, hello, hello. I'm doing the live stream stuff again. So yeah. I don't even care if anybody, if nobody's watching. You know, I just figured, you know, I'm not gonna do any YouTube videos anytime soon because I can't be fucking bothered to do some editing stuff. So yeah, I'm just gonna do streaming for now. Maybe later on in this season, which will be, as you've seen in the title, 2010 NASCAR Sprint Cup Series season, driving as Greg Biffle, number 16 Ford for Jack Roush. I'm just, you know, gonna drive that car for this season. Maybe if we do a 2011 season, maybe we'll still drive that one, maybe we won't, I don't know. But for now, we're just gonna jump right into this one. You know, that isn't really important if we, I don't know, do any talking, any stuff like that, because, you know, there's nothing to talk about in this, you know, this early on. We're doing a 2010 Sprint Cup, as I said. Just go quickly through the schedule before we start racing. 25% race distance, by the way, 2 times on the pit stop frequency. We got Daytona, California, the Shelby American, which is I think 427 miles out of 400 miles. At Vegas, then we got Atlanta, Bristol, Martinsville, Phoenix, Texas, Talladega, Richmond, Darlington, back when it wasn't on Labor Day, but instead of Mother's Day, the Showtime Southern 500, only trip to Darlington, pretty much ever since, yeah, 2005 until 2020 when they had 3 races at Darlington due to the pandemic. Then we got Dover, Charlotte, Pocono, Michigan, Sonoma. Pretty much, you know, you know how the schedule went back then. Back to Daytona for 4th of July weekend, Chicagoland, the Brickyard, the Indianapolis 400. We get Pocono, Watkins Glen, Michigan. Look, there's even our car we're going to drive, but the 2011 version. No, I think that's actually the 2012 version of the car. Then we got Bristol again, Atlanta on Labor Day, a night race. We got Richmond. Then kick off the chase in New Hampshire, but it's a long way until then. Dover, Kansas Auto Club as race 30 in the fall, race at Auto Club. So I think the only time that the race was run in September. Charlotte, Martinsville again, Talladega, Texas, Phoenix, Homestead. That's the 36 races off the 2010 NASCAR Sprint Cup Series season. We're going to kick it off here at Daytona. These tracks are quite difficult. Oh, hello, James. Wow, a guy from Germany that's doing NASCAR stuff, but speaks English. Ich könnte jetzt natürlich auch Deutsch reden, aber dann schaut halt eh niemand zu, von daher ist es mir recht boogie. Yeah, 25% race distance, 2 times on the tire and fuel, so we get some running. I'm just gonna put it on full pace lap because, you know, why the fuck not? I can do some talking and go through the full starting grid. So yeah, Daytona's up. Let's go racing. We don't need to do practice because who the hell needs practice? Just gonna pop a setup in here. I think we can just go with the base setup because otherwise I'm gonna be good. I just hope the audio level's okay. I'm just gonna jump right into qualifying and you tell me if the engine noises are loud enough or if they aren't. By the way, we're doing racing at the night version or at the under the lights version of Daytona because the 2010 Daytona 500 was one of the many that was run under the lights and finished under the lights. The famous Sprint 2 to finish where Jamie McDonald's won the race, and that after that got the McDonald's sponsorship. And yeah, go qualify real quick here, 2 laps. Obviously, it's the last year the OG Winston Cup points format was used. Or just switched for 2011 to the point system that we have now.
Okay, here comes
And it wasn't a wildcard chase, so if I'm in the top 12 in points, I'm in the chase, and I think that's what I want to do. So yeah. Just gonna do qualifying then. 50 laps. around Daytona Speedway. I love that it's bumpy that way. Great job by the Even Reloaded team who managed to make this version of the track as bumpy as ever. Which is accurate to real life. I mean, just look at, especially before the repave in 2011, just look at the races from 2008, 9, 10. I think even 2007, you can really see the cars slipping and sliding around, bumping all over the place. Even on the straightaways, it was fun.
One more lap.
I'm always looking to my left to see if anyone writes the chat, but there's nobody watching anyway. We're dead last! All fucking right. Well, I might have to do some... I did put in a qualifying setup. Yes, I did. See how far we're off. Okay, we're actually... I mean, hey, if we suck, you know, it's not too bad. We're just gonna go with it. We're not like... my rule of thumb is pretty much, if I'm like a second or more off, I should concentrate on the fucking road. If I'm a second or more off, I'm just gonna do some edits to the track, but now I'm just a couple of tenths off here, so... doesn't matter really, does it? We can make this up in the race. Cross the line. Didn't even improve on our... oh, we did improve on our time, but not by a lot. Dead last for the Daytona 500 here. Quick look at the starting grid. Kevin Harvick from Kurt Busch. Then we got Jeff Gordon, Juan Pablo Montoya, Joey Logano, Travis Kvapil in the 34 car there. Good starting effort from him. Kyle Busch, Denny Hamster, Carl Edwards, Dingle Dingle. Then we got Stewart, Truex, Rudeman, Mark Martin, Clint Boyer, Jeff Burton, Eric Almirola, and James Finch's 09 there. Having a good starting spot. Casey Kane, Dave Blaney also. Top 20 spot for, I forget what this team was called. Was it Max Q Motorsports? Not sure. We got Dale Jr., Jamie McMurray, the eventual winner of this race. Big Penis, Kevin Conway, his teammate Joe Nemechek, Scott Speedless in the Red Bull car. Bobby Labonte, 2000 Series champ. 2003 Series champ. Matt Kenseth, Marco Zambros from Australia. Yeah, is he from Australia or is he New Zealand? I think he's from Australia. David Rangoon, JJ Jimmy Johnson, Paul Menard, Brian Vickers, Ryan Newman, David Gilliland, Sam Hornish, Regan Smith, Max Pappas. If anyone is watching and is familiar with Formula 1 of the late 90s, there you got F1 driver. We got Elliott Sadler, Boris Satt, Brad Keselowski, Derek Cope, Reed Sorensen, Michael Waltrip, the two-time Daytona champ, and myself rounding out the field. Yeah, 50 laps. Let's just head right into this one here.
Drivers, start your engines!
All right. We actually gotta... Yeah, we're gonna... I just gotta do a little quick setup adjustment thing. Okay, now I'm... I just want to make sure that I'm like fast. Command, second time around.
Drivers, start your engines!
Oh yeah, it's just 29 degrees Fahrenheit, so pretty much I could run probably 75-80% tape and still the engine wouldn't blow up. So. Oh no, I just remembered the 66 team, that was Prism Motorsports. Max Q Motorsports was it 46? Or was it 37? It was one of these field filler teams that Tony Raines, Dave Blaney, Jim Yeti, and all these guys from the late 2000s, early 2010s in the field filler era drove for. As we're rolling off here at the Daytona International Speed, we can see, just look at Reed Sorensen there, jumping around here. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I remember doing a race at this track a couple of weeks ago. It's one of the last races I did before I stopped playing the game for a while. And I was with the Busch Series cars, and I just ran over a bump in turn 3 a little bit weird and just spun at Daytona. That's how important handling is at this track, which adds a nice little... Sorry. I got the damage. Adds a nice little... just a little detail to it, I guess. Because you're just... humping and bumping around, and you not only want to make sure your car goes fast in a straight line, but also that it goes fast and doesn't spin out on you, especially in worn out tires here in this race. I don't know what I'm talking about. Having a look at the little sign there on the dashboard on the lower right side of your screen. Watch pit road speed and keep your cool. That's what we're trying to do here for 50 laps. Trying to win this race.
Now, going green. Pit car's in. Green flag.
That's Green Flags Out Racing 2010 Daytona 500 here. Kicking off what will hopefully be a successful 36 race campaign, and will hopefully as well result in Greg Biffle's first NASCAR Sprint Cup Championship. I think that will make him the first driver. Yeah, at this point in time in 2010, that will make him the first driver to win the championship in all three National Touring Series. Since Kyle Busch was Kyle Busch ever a Truck Series champion? I know he was a Nationwide Series champion, but I don't think he ever was a Truck champion, was he? No, I don't think he was. I just can't think of like Kyle Busch won Nationwide Series championship and 2 Cup titles, obviously. Huh. Yeah, anyway, I mean, Biffle won the 2000 Truck Championship, 2002 Busch Championship, but never a Cup Championship. I mean, he debuted pretty much in the Cup Series when it was like 50 years old. He was 33. So his time frame of being like super competitive in his prime in the Cup Series was like, it was already open, and he was kind of a little too late even, so he didn't have a lot of time to actually make something out of his career. Then with the Gen 6 car arriving, he won his final race in 2013 at Michigan, and then, you know, just fell off like so many drivers do. So, you know, I guess Biffle was kind of, in parentheses, doomed from the start his career, I guess you could say, his Cup career at least, because he was that old. We're trying to keep with the 26 car. Yeah, it is the 26 car board is set. The Latitude 43 Motorsports team. God dang it. Which is an ex-Roush car. Obviously, Jamie Murray drove that car before NASCAR instituted the rule that you can only run 4 teams per owner. And so Roush had to sell off their 26 car and sack Jeremy McMurray, which is when he ended up, or how he ended up back in the Earnhardt Ganassi stable. Because that time DEI and Chip Ganassi Racing had merged in. And 42 in the 1 car. The only ones left. I mean, they had the 8 car in 2009. They had the 8 car still. But that got shut down after just a couple of races. Car turned. And so 42 in the 1 remains. We caught up with them. Michael Waltrip there just kind of keeping the distance to him, but he can't be any danger to us. And you can see some of the cars in the distance popping in and out of sight. That is because otherwise the game would probably crash. Because NR2003 is really, really bad for any mod that has like 4 polygons. And this is obviously really a high detail mod. And I want the game to look halfway decent, so you know, we're just gonna have to compromise that. There will be 3 or 4 cars max pop in and out of sight. Shouldn't be an issue if we're in 39th or higher. Right now we're still in 42nd here. We can't really make any moves. I think we should do some already think of pit strategy. Let's see how the fuel looks. Okay, we got about 10 laps before pit stop starting, and the field's already separated in 2 groups there, 2 bigger groups. So yeah, this is just gonna be us riding around and just seeing what happens, I guess. I don't know how. Wow, okay, you can see the tires already wearing out. I'm definitely gonna slap some tape on her. Let's go with 75 on the first pit stop.
We're gonna add some tape.
And Yeah, let's see what we can do. Maybe we can go on 2 tires on the final stop and then just jump some of these guys to maybe even just get a top 20 finish. I don't think we're in for a race win. The it doesn't tend to wreck a lot in super speedways. So, yeah, this might be all about pit strategy and you know, just keeping our head down and taking any mechanical failure or any little accident we can capitalize on. About a second to 38 car. I think is that Waffle or is that Gilliland? I actually can't remember anymore. It's Gilliland. Yeah, I mean we lost the draft now firmly. I mean there's now going back Max Pappas and David Gill and their last car turn. I know I just ran over the yellow line a little bit, but still. Which is just kind of suck here, really. I thought the qualifying thing wasn't that big of an issue. Now Michael Walter even caught up with me. We were running about a second off the pace here, off my fastest time at least. It's just not turning anymore. Just look at the tires. At Daytona, they're wearing fast. Oh yeah, that's we definitely gotta do something about that. 46.6 our last lap time. Wow, we suck bad. Did Jack Roush just give me, I don't know, fucking Go Green racing car? Did that team exist even back then? I don't even know. I know the 32 car was around in 2011 as a field filler, but whatever. Gotta battle Michael Waltrip here for dead last. I mean, I can still go full throttle around, so that's good, I suppose. But just that gap, it's just huge. I didn't expect to suck that badly, so I might also have to do some editing to extract the INI files. But wow, we suck, guys. We suck. That's all I can say. If you're watching this in the VOD. Might as well just watch something else, I suppose. Go watch my buddy Ash Baker and his NR2003 season on the channel The Outside Line. Just cracked 1,000 subs. Go watch that. As Michael Waltrip almost wrecks me there for dead last. Hello, Jan. How are you doing, mate? You might also as well watch Jimmy early stream, which is starting in just a couple of minutes. Because he's probably not sucking as bad as I am. We got passed by Michael Waltrip.
Clear.
And a darn cheating Yoder. Alright. Yeah, I didn't expect to suck this bad this track. I didn't do any testing with the Cup cars. So I figured, you know, might be slightly competitive, but apparently I'm not. 42nd, trying around the outside of Waltrip.
Still there.
Side by side, little door slamming here. Closing on the fuel window. Still got some fuel left in the tank. I'm only gonna extend it to about 1 or 2 laps in the tank left. Because on my gab list that
Clear.
there might be some wrecks coming down the pit lane. My favorite driver is Kevin Harvick, but I'm
Stay low.
never driving as my favorite driver in these games.
Keep low.
Just because I don't want to, I guess, destroy whatever they built
Still there.
in any given season, I guess. And I'm a Ford guy, and Harvick's driving a Chevrolet, and I never drove a Ford in my NR2003 seasons I did, even though they're now private, but I never really drove a Ford, so I just figured I'm going to take Biffle's car, 16. He's always a guy that, you know, could miss the chase, could win some races, get in the chase
Keep low.
in this time, so I figured, got a Ford, got a driver
Clear
that
outside.
nobody would be surprised if I went winless and missed the chase and all, so, yeah. But Harvick's my guy. Obviously now that he's retired, I'm not really, I felt that I'm not really invested into NASCAR anymore as I was when Harvick was still racing last year. Because now I'm just kind of, you know, not even watching the races anymore, really. The last time I watched was the All-Star race at Wilkesboro. So for the last couple of weeks I didn't even tune in. And I don't see any reason why. I know the finishes were great at Darlington, Kansas, obviously. In Kansas we had the closest finish ever in NASCAR. But
Come on in.
yeah, that's kind of the story. Following the Xfinity series though nowadays a lot. Watched the race in Portland and then Sonoma, and saw Shane Van Gisbergen win that race.
Still there.
Yeah, we got one more lap left.
In the tri-oval. Stay low.
Oh yeah, there's a wreck. Now we need a caution. There is no caution.
Stay low.
But they're stacking up. Yeah, I'm not gonna go down the pit
We
lane.
got trouble. In the tri-oval. Still there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm telling you, Kyle, he said it himself when he had the beef with Ricky Stenhouse there at the All-Star race. He sucks just as bad as him, so I can imagine it's kind of a hard time being a Kyle Busch fan. I mean, I don't know what it is with RCR, but last year, as soon as they won at Gateway, they just dropped off a cliff, and that team has been. I mean, Austin Dillon hasn't even scored a top
We're almost out of fuel. You're
top
gonna have to come
15
in for a
finish,
splash.
apart from Talladega, I think, this season.
Pitting now.
And Kyle Busch, he's just barely getting himself into the top 10 or something in some days. Now we're gonna go down the pit. Ooh, who made the fucking brake pressure that
Limit
hard?
55. Keep it under 4,000 in seconds.
I mean, whatever. Okay, where's my pit crew? It's a big question now. Where are they? Did I drive past them?
Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep digging. You're now in the top 20.
Oh, there they are. All right. That was a bad pit entry. I didn't even know what pit sign was looking like. But there we go. Now slap some tape on that thing now, and hopefully make it go a little
Leader
faster
pitting
than
now.
fucking dead last.
Go, go, go! Keep it under 55. Keep it under 4,000 in seconds. Okay, you're clear of pit lane.
I lost some time to Mikey there. We're usually faster on exit than
Okay, merge when you can.
everyone else. And because I can emerge here, I'm just gonna do that. Fuck NASCAR rules.
Car outside.
Candy Cane and
Clear.
Gilligan going past me here, but we've passed Michael Waltrip. So we're net 42nd now, I'm thinking. Maybe we can just drive around with some of you guys.
Whoa.
Kevin Conway, Regan Smith, some of you,
Clear.
maybe. Just want to give me some of your sweet little draft here, maybe. Feel like doing that or not? I mean, that car just doesn't have any speed in it right now. It's kind of bad. We're in 35th. It's actually, is there some? Oh, there are actually some guys who retired. All right. Didn't know. Okay, we're just gonna have a look at that pit road incident there. We're on straight away. Oh, that's what I meant earlier in the stream. There are some weird bumps, and if you drive over them, your car will do some weird stuff. Okay, let's have a look at that incident from just a couple laps ago. It was a lap earlier. When there was a big stack up here coming down the pit lane. I just want to see what happened. Okay, these guys actually parked. What the fuck? But it seemed like Joe Nemechek was doing some stupid stuff there, so we're gonna see what he did. So Joe just runs into the 38, into the 39, and he runs him over. Runs the 9 over, and then the 66 just doesn't stop. and runs into these guys. And there's like literally a fucking car park. Like these cars are stationary on pit entry. They're like literally stationary. And there's Montoya running into Harvick. See what happened there. Seems like they were just too stupid to brake. Yeah, Harvick runs Tony Stewart over, gets sideways. And then Montoya runs into 5 and Mark Martin. And Tony Stewart just reverses and spins AJ Allmendinger into 43 around. Alright. I don't know, but hey, if you feel like doing that, that means we're not going to finish last this race because we already have 3 retirements and 2 guys laps down. So, hey, a top 40 finish might be possible here. And if we keep up with that 78 car and that 37 car, we might even gain some more positions and might not suck so bad. At least that's what I hope. Okay, why don't you like Juan Pablo Montoya as a NASCAR? Why don't you like him as a NASCAR driver? And like he's literally the same person, just wearing a different fire suit and driving the red number 42 car instead of whatever number he had when he drove for McLaren and Williams. I mean, like he's still the same guy, just driving a different car, you know. We're actually keeping up with Smith there. The car wants to turn in. That is. Okay. Seems like the adjustments worked and we're not as bad as I was. Gotta take a look at the positives, folks. Almost making 200 miles an hour, by the way. 197 there, that lap. Quick jump to 198 there. Just a split second. And we gapped Michael Waltrip, so... you know, there's that. Okay, we're keeping up. We're keeping up. Just don't have that little bit more to get past these 2 guys. Just the energy seems off. Okay. I mean, yeah, you gotta. If I understand it correctly, I mean, he was driving a mid-pack car. That 42 car wasn't going to get him to championships, and he outperformed his equipment. I mean, pretty much as soon as the car tomorrow hit, you know, Ganassi merged with DEI and you know, whatever. The financial crisis of 2008, blah blah blah. You know, I don't think he had any chance of going for championships and race wins on a regular basis outside the road courses. You know, so his career in NASCAR was kind of doomed with Ganassi, I think. I mean, had he signed him with Penske or some team like that, like as a replacement for Ryan Newman in 2012, he probably would have gone on to win some races and made the chase more often, and maybe even 2009 he was really, really good. Had he driven a Penske car, I mean, he could have been a real threat for a championship. I mean, a real threat, maybe even won a Noble, you know. So I guess it was kind of a thing of just, you know, his equipment, and that didn't translate to his flashiness and performances he had in IndyCar and F1. You know, at least that's what I'm reading into it. As we now got a run on the 30, the 78 and the 37, but let's see if we can keep Smith there on the outside and Conway to go to the inside there to give me the draft, and the yellow's out. Oh, there's someone slapped the wall. It seemed like that is Casey Kane. Is that Casey Kane? I don't know. Seemed like Casey Kane.
Pit road is closed.
Yeah, I mean, Montoya was a great driver. I'm not blaming him as a driver. He was just...
okay, we're under caution. Stay behind the 78 car.
in the wrong place at the wrong time, I'm guessing. Okay, let's see what happened to Casey Kane there. He slapped the wall there pretty hard, see black. Oh, was that Kane? No. It wasn't Casey Kane, was it? I don't know who that was. Reagan was involved in an accident there. Alright. Alright. Okay, we're just gonna have a look at this. David Reagan was involved, so we're gonna have a look at David Reagan here. Oh, he has some significant damage to his front end here. That was actually... Oh, that was actually Montoya, that red car. Okay. Speaking of the devil. Alrighty. That is for the top 20, it seems like. With Montoya being a lap down. And, oh, he gets into Jeff Burton. That spins Burton and him around, collects David Reagan, and Reagan just slaps the wall. Montoya spins there. But there doesn't seem to be more guys involved. No, it's just Montoya. More damage to his race car, and obviously David Reagan down the pit lane and out of this race here in the Jack Roush number 6 UPS car. And he was running decently in the top 20, so. But I am going to finish ahead of one of my teammates, right? I mean, we could pit. If we wanted to, I think we could pit here. I think that I'm not gonna add any more tape or anything. I can just go with the air pressure. You know what? We're just gonna go. A little higher air pressure. Just hope that the tires don't blow and the handling doesn't get any worse. But might do some. Okay, we
Slow down.
we're just gonna go a little bit.
We're gonna take out some wedge.
Little wedge adjustment to combat the high air pressures in the tires, and then see where we can go from there. I guess still a little more than halfway to go. These two guys staying out. Conway and Smith are no. Gonna go with 2 cans of fuel, obviously.
We'll fill you up.
I mean, it actually means we will finish inside the top 35.
Pit road is now open.
No,
Keep it under 55.
one finish top 35. Almost ran into these guys there, but there's gonna be some more guys crashing out or having some issues. Top 35, I think that's what we can achieve.
The pace cars exiting the tri-oval. The pace cars in turn 1. You're now in the top 20.
I found my fucking pit stall. Thank you, Joe Logano, for making room.
In turn 2, we'll give you 1.5 cans of fuel.
No, you should have given me 2 cans, you fuck. Ah, whatever. Ah, whatever. I mean, we probably would have.
Cars on the back straight. Go.
Probably would have done another pit stop anyway.
That stuff. Great
So,
work, guys.
I think it's that big of an issue.
Okay, you're clear of pit lane. Stay behind the 17 car. We'll give you 1 can of fuel.
See, we're shuffled out. Okay, we're gonna finish 37th at least. It's better than running in dead last like we did in the early parts of the race. For the first round of pit stops. But yeah, we're just gonna be patient here. I don't think I could have made it on if I took on 2 cans of gas. I don't think I would have made it. So yeah, see if the air pressure adjustments did anything to the car. If it will make it any faster, because I won't go over the 75% tape, even though it's like fucking freezing out there. If any American is in here and knows how to do the math to translate 28 degrees Fahrenheit into Celsius, which is correct measurement, by the way, tell me. I'm kidding, by the way. If you only know Fahrenheit, there's no fucking way of, you know, you knowing what Celsius is like. I mean, you know,
There are the
it's
cross
just logic.
flags. We're halfway. home.
Halfway! Whoopsie daisy. Whoopty doo. That's what I want to say here. 32nd, that's the highest we've run all day. MTJ is your race leader. From Dennis Hamster, Carl Edwards, Joey Logano, David Roder rounds out your top 5. Jeffrey Gordon, Tony Stewart, Kurt Busch, Jimmy Johnson, Dale Jr. at top 10. A real-life Daytona 500 winner of that year, Jamie McDonald's currently running 25th. Gotta chill a little bit here, stay behind the pace car. Got Kenseth there. Kinda weird to see Matt Kenseth driving the 17 car that isn't sponsored by the Walt. Instead by fucking hard liquor. And also, if you're interested, if you're watching this in VOD, or if you're watching live right now, I'm gonna stream tomorrow night as well, doing the Auto Club race, and just get, you know, 5 races in. 5 races? No, 2 races in, so we get this season a little rolling, and then probably next Monday or Sunday. I gotta, not sure about that right now, but definitely next Monday, maybe coming Sunday as well. Gonna be live, and then 2 times a week at least, maybe, as I said, maybe Sunday as well, but that really depends if I have to work Monday morning, because I have to get up real early if I work, so I'm probably going to do the streaming schedule around my working schedule, so the days I'm working, I'm also going to stream, because it's just a part-time job, so I always have the day off. That's just how it works when you're doing university and shit, you know, whatever. For now, at least. That's gonna change later this year anyway, so gotta see when we're streamed then. But hey, you know, I don't have to do any boring editing, so we might actually get to do this season on the channel in video form, just live. I don't have to do the work of editing then. Going green with 23 laps to go then. As I said, we're gonna see how these adjustments work, if they work. If we can make any moves into the top 30, maybe. If there is a wreck, maybe even into the top 10, top 15, who knows at this point.
We'll give you 1.5 cans of fuel.
So gonna make one more pit stop. Got a couple of guys out as already, which are David Reagan, Juan Pablo Montoya, Mark Martin, AJ Allmendinger, Joe Nemechek, Brian Vickers. Out of this race, and Martin Truex Jr. in his first race with the Michael Waltrip Racing organization in the Napa Toyota leads the race from Dennis Hamster. Edwards, Logano, Ruderman in the second Waltrip Toyota. Then it's Gordon, Stewart, Busch, Johnson, Dale Jr. That's the top 10 running order as we're heading back to the green flag. I'm driving the 3M Chevrolet, not the 3M Chevrolet, the 3M Ford for Greg Biffle.
Going green. Pace cars in.
If you haven't had a look at the thumbnail. Alrighty, pace car's off.
Green, green, green.
And the green flag's back out. See what we can do here. We've gained any speed in the car. Have been past Kevin Conway here, it seems like. It's one pass.
Still there.
That's some points in the end of the day. Oh, but there's the gap already opening up there. Yeah. I don't like that. I don't like that. Yeah, I mean, just look at them running away already. That's just bad. Hey, at least we're doing 199 miles an hour, so we gained 2 miles an hour in top speed with the tire pressure adjustment. And the handling hasn't gotten any worse. Dare I say it, the car tries to spin around. Getting the push there from Regan Smith and the Barney Visser machine. I'm actually thinking, like, on the last pit stop of the day, which will happen in 10 laps or so, I might... I don't think it would be a great idea to go and to let the gap open there for Smith to go through. I'm thinking I've only taken 2 tires, but that really depends on how worn my tires are in 10 laps. And maybe jumping some guys with, you know, tire strategy, but this surface, this old Daytona surface, is really abrasive, and your car's jumping around all the time. It's really wearing these tires out as we got the little straight line advantage, but Max Pappas goes with Smith there, so we're losing out here on the outside line. Getting freight train now here. Max Pappas in 13 going by, Michael Waltrip in 51 going by, Kevin Conway in 37. We'll still kind of let the car slide too much there.
20 laps to go.
Last 4 spots there, 3 spots actually in that. We're freight train to see if we can get back here on these guys. 20 laps to go. $200 miles an hour here down the straightaway, but oh, now the handling's going away, it seems like. That's not good. That's not good. Yeah, just look at how much the car's pushing up the track on entry, especially. I think we definitely have to do some wedge adjustments here
We're gonna take out some wedge.
on the last stop, just to make it turn a little bit better. Obviously, that comes at the great cost of making the car lose late in the run, but don't really care as long as I can have a car that can actually make passes. Not like this. Ever so slightly losing to that 3-car group there. We were in a bad position. We're worse off than I thought. I can just say it over and over again.
Changing just the left side this time. Left sides only.
Whoops. Slide wall contact there. Did that cause some damage? No, it didn't. Alright. Just not. Well, we just don't have the pace here today. I'm sorry. It's just. It's plain and simple that. There's nothing I can do anymore to this car on pit lane than just whatever I did. Because otherwise I would probably cause the car to blow up if I had more tape and stuff, so. We're stuck with the mid-30s here today. It's just not turning in anymore. It's just not. have to consider this op. But like, if that strategy fails and we're just and the car is worse off than it ever was before, I mean, what are we gonna lose? We're gonna lose what, 2 spots at worst. So, you know, it doesn't really matter if we finish 34th or 36th on pure pace then, pretty much. And maybe we can get something done with the strategy of just, I guess, taking 2. We're just going to take right sides because it seems like they're a little worse off, especially the right rear.
Changing just the right sides this
And
time. Right sides only.
now to see if we can jump someone on the stop with that.
We'll
I
give
don't
you
know.
1 can of fuel.
I genuinely don't know. That will help us. Or if it won't. But maybe if it does, shorter pit stop time, we might be able to do. If it just means jumping these 3 guys out of us, Pappas, Smith, and Waltrip, we're in 31st. So, not really a lot to gain, but if there's any points to gain, I take them. But you can see these guys sliding up the racetrack, so their tires are starting to suck as well. But you know what? Just gonna, to be safe and sorry. To be safe and sorry, we're just gonna take 1.5 cans of gas. So we will definitely be able to make it. I could even. I'm even thinking right now there might be some guys who are just absolutely humongously stupid and pit right before the end. So that could net us some more positions. As we have pit stop starting, Eric Almirola in the 09 car there coming down the pit lane. But I could see some guys pitting just before the end, because I know how stupid the AI is on the super speedways sometimes. We'll see. We'll see. We just got 2. We got 2 more laps to do. Out here we got Smith coming down the pit lane as Waltrip moves up the racetrack. As James Early would say, with his weird British accent. LMAO. Ooh-wee.
Inside.
Now they're a little slip there by Waltrip, I think.
Clear inside.
Hey, I'm taking these spots. I'll be able to get past Pappas. I'm just gonna go high here. Don't know if he's pitting or not. I think he will.
The leader's pitting now.
He's speeding off the pit lane, as will Waltrip.
Fuel. If that fuel pressure
I don't want to be in that
gauge
shit gaggle of cars. We saw what happened there earlier in the race in the first round. The green flag pit stops. We're gonna do 1 more lap and then come in. Hey, we're running in the top 10, folks. It's the highest we've run all day. Have a look at these tires. I mean, we just gotta go with 4. I'm sorry, we gotta go with. You know what? You know what? We're just gonna risk it. Only go with right sides. We're gonna risk it. We're gonna go only with right sides. I mean, it might backfire, and if it does, well, it's a 36 instead of a 34th. Who effing cares?
The leader's pitting now. Limit 55. Keep it under 4,000 in seconds.
Getting it slowed down there. We'll speed up a little bit. Just enough so we don't speed.
We got just 10 more to go.
Lol.
Okay, you're in second.
Let's see. 2 tires go on. I just hope it doesn't backfire. I think we should be able to do 10 more laps.
Go, go, go!
I think the
Keep
Boyer
it
up
under
there in the
55.
33 car
Keep it
only
under
took 2 tires as well.
4,000 in seconds. Okay,
So,
you're clear of pit lane.
it might pay off. But it might also won't. I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't driven this track in a cup car, so can't tell you. Straight up to 4th there. merging as fast as we can, trying to gap that 33 car. That could be in more position there. Clint Boyer there, who is the race leader at this point, but obviously won't be anymore. Oh, made a spot. Made up a spot here. Net gained 1 spot. There's Newman slowing him down, including real-life Daytona winner Jamie McMurray there in Fast Pro Shops machine. I'm saying thank you very much for these spots, you guys.
Still there.
Little bump draft there in Kyle Busch. We scored in 20th. Okay. Okay. Hey, it might have paid off there.
Clear outside.
Strategy might have paid off to get ourselves into some sort of competitive position that isn't 34th. Hey, even if it's going to be a 28th by the end of the day, I will be happy with that. I'm just going to block McMurray here and Newman just to hold that 20th here. Told you early on, the strategy is the only way we can get anywhere near a top 30 finish. So far it seemed to have paid off. You can see how just how fast the 18 and the 82 are able to run away here, but we can stay in the draft of the 1 and the 39 there for even a little bit more. We're in for a decent finish. And if you rewind the stream and where we were in the first place, like before the first couple of pit stops, we were in 42nd and we weren't even close to 41st. And now with strategy and a little bit of luck, we're here. Actually 19th? Maybe someone was on pit lane there just before the end. I don't know who that was. Just gonna block the hell out of this here. Six laps to go here in this race. Alrighty. We actually might be able to hold them off for just long enough car turn to get ourselves into top 20 here. But we just have a bad car, so we might be... Ooh, that could have ended badly. Okay, now we're gonna get freight train. Now we're gonna get freight train, folks. But
Still there.
I was not in behind Newman and block my teammate Kensa.
Just 5 more to go.
5 to go. We're in 21st with a car that doesn't deserve to be even in the top 30. Let's go. We actually made a good run through that corner. With the help of Kenseth, can we get Newman?
Car outside. Still there.
I think that might actually work here, that pass.
Stay low.
We cranked the wheel a lot now, but
Still there.
hey, we're actually doing some racing here late in the going.
Keep low. Keep low.
We're around the outside of the 39. These guys' tires now worn out. I think there were some of these guys in here in this group that only took 2 tires as well, and I think I've taken care of my tires maybe a little tiny bit more, or theirs just wear a little faster. We got past Newman around the outside with the momentum, because I could stay on the gas there and they had to lift. going into the corner, so we might use that to our advantage to get past Boyer here as well. They're obviously faster in a straight line, but
You're now in the top 20.
with 3 to go, we can get ourselves into the top 20 here. That's a good thing. And Newman has to check up there massively. Obviously, I'm sliding up as well, but I can keep the car, I keep the pedal to the metal all the way. Getting the run here on the 33. Don't know if I'm able to get past him. We got Boris Set now behind me. Who is that up ahead? Is that Derek Cope? That is indeed Derek Cope having a top 20 run here. His own number 75 car. Good for him.
Just 2 to go.
2 laps remaining in this race. Derek Cope is really slow here.
Inside.
As is the 33. We get around him.
Inside.
And to the inside of Cope we go for 18th spot
Too low.
in the car that doesn't deserve to be running in the top 20. I can just reiterate that statement, and it isn't wrong. It is absolutely true. Just look at how bad we sucked early on. We had to play some strategy. We had to get the car to where it wasn't on the verge of blowing up. Not only the engine, but also the tires. Coming to the white flag in 18th. We had some luck this race, but we also had some good strategy
White flag.
in what was possibly the worst or second worst car on this day here. Just trying to hold Boris Set off now. I know they are checking up with their bad tires here in this corner. I have to crank the wheel all the way. And this car is not handling good. Just look at that left front, how much it has suffered this lap. Or these last 3, 4, 5 laps. However long we've been doing this. We can hold them off for 2 more corners to get ourselves a top 20 finishing spot here this race. There was that weird bumpity slippity slidey thing there again. Into trial we go. P18. Let's go. Didn't think I was gonna finish here,
There's the flag. It's over.
but hey, we managed to do that.
Bring it on.
That was a good race. That was fun.
Outta here.
I didn't win it, didn't get a top 10, didn't get a top 5, but I had some fun racing, and yeah, patience and trying to work on your car pays off after all. And Carl Edwards, my teammate, wins the Daytona 500 of 2010. Travis Quaffle gets a great result there for Bob Jenkins' Front Row Motorsports, Paul Menard, Joe Logano, future 3-time Daytona champion, Denny Hamlin. Rounds out the top 5, Jeff Gordon, Kurt Busch, Kevin Harvick, David Gilliland. So 2 front row cars in the top 10. That's amazing. And Jeff Burton rounds out your top 10 here. As we're bringing it down to pit lane. P18. We got MTJ who led the race at halfway.
55. Keep it under
11th.
4,000.
Tony Stewart, Dale Jr., Scott Speed, Brad Keselowski, Kyle Busch, Marcos Ambrose, myself, Boris Said, Derek Cope, your top 20 instant boy, Ryan Newman, Jamie McMurray, the eventual, or the real Daytona 500 winner of this year. Not even getting a top 10 result. Michael
Race is over.
Waltrip,
Come on
who
in.
was running really shit with me there early on in the race. Matt Kenseth, Casey Kane, Elliott Sadler, David Ruderman, Jimmy Johnson, Eric Almirola, and where we left off, Bobby Labonte, Reed Sorensen, Reagan Smith, Max Pappas, Kevin Conway, Dave Blaney, Sam Hornish, David Reagan, Juan Pablo Montoya, Mark Martin, AJ Allmendinger, Joe Nemechek, and Brian Vickers. Your race results. And that's the only time I'm going to go through the full race results here. So GG's to Carl Edwards. He leads the points. After this event, we are actually 18th in points as well. So nobody behind us led some laps that could catapult him ahead of us. Hey, that's a good run. Didn't lead a lap. Next time out, with 95% likelihood, tomorrow, we're going to do the Auto Club 500, the last 500 miler, I think. No, actually, the Auto Club 500 was a 500 mile for a little longer, but 500 mile race here at the sadly now defunct California Speedway. And yeah, I mean, it was a good race. P18 in points. Just can go up from there. And yeah, I'm just gonna sign off. And see you guys next time, tomorrow. And yeah, have a good one. Have a great rest of your night. I'm going to hop over to James early and watch his stream. So you see me there in the chat probably sometimes. Have a good one. Goodbye.